Hey everybody, happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope you're drinking some green beer. Wish I could. Darn it, bad liver. I've been meaning to post for a while, and unfortunately, either due to technical difficulties or just not feeling good difficulties, which is more often than not the truth, just haven't been. Okay, sorry about that. I had to pause my camera because my phone rang, and it was my doctor's office, my new oncologist's office, which is, I have a lot to cover because it's just been super crazy, and I'm not going to do a long video because I really just don't feel good. And sorry for the crappy angles and stuff. I'm doing this with my tablet, and I'm just I've been so tired and so burned out and so it's insane. Yeah, as you can tell, I just bleached my hair. I'm going to be coloring it a purpley pink color. My oldest sister passed away about a month ago. Yeah, actually, it is a month now. And my other sisters dyed their hair purple, right after, within the following 2 weeks after she passed. They dyed their hair, and I was like, I don't really like purple. It's not my thing. And my hair's not long enough, so my hair grew out a little bit more, so it's still super short, and my fiance is threatening to laugh at me if my scalp turns purple or pink or whatever it is, because some of the hair is so white you can't even see it, which is hilarious. So the color should take really, really well. It shouldn't take very long for it to soak in, so that'll be the easiest dye job I've ever done in my life, because I've done multiple hair color dyes and whatnot, and it's just so much easier when you have short hair as compared to long hair. Anyway, so filling in, I went to Moffitt, which is the cancer center I go to. It's in Tampa. It's 155 miles away. I'd been going there since May 1st or 2nd. I can't remember which day. I think it was the 2nd, because the 1st was the day I went to Shands, which is in Gainesville, which was a 5-hour drive. This tells you how important it is that a good doctor is worth traveling for. I miss my GI doctor, though, at Shands. He was amazing. Eventually, if I get insurance again, I'm so going back there to see him. Just him. I'm not seeing anybody else because those doctors are cut crazy. I can't do it. I just can't. And you can see I look like Dookie. I was going to try and find some way to make me look better, but not happening today. I had this weird thing happen with my eye the other day, and so it's been swollen ever since. But there's also the lack of sleep, which makes, dark eye circles, blah, 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 whatever. Anyway, going back to Moffitt, so my first oncologist was it was okay. I mean, at first it started great. I felt confident, and he knows his stuff. The problem is that he has the bedside manner of a turd. Mainly because he doesn't like dealing with desmoids, because you can't win with desmoids. You can't cure a desmoid. Desmoid is a lifelong thing. At least for me. Or people with FAP, I should say. There are normal people who just, by weird happenstances, happen to get a desmoid out of the blue. Their desmoids are pretty curable. As much as I've read, they're very, very treatable, and the downside of that for somebody like me is you get doctors who are like, hey, I can take care of this. I can cure you. And I have to point out, excuse me, my genetics are a wee bit different. Can we please rediscuss this problem and condition here? I was reading medical records from the first tumor convention that I was that my case was what's the word? Presented at. It was at Shands, and they decided that surgery and radiation were not an option at the time due to the size and location of the tumor. So they decided to go with an alternative method, which was Gleevec. And so I did the Gleevec shuffle for, let's see, I think 2 or 3 weeks at 400 milligrams, and then it got up to 800 milligrams a day for another like 2.5 months, 3 months. In which case, my tumor didn't respond to it. If anything, it made my tumor go a little wacko. It made it grow, made it do weird things. Not to say that it doesn't work, because apparently it works for some people. It just did not work for me in any way, shape, or form. And that's okay. That is why there are multiple different types of chemotherapies out there, because not everything works for everybody. So, whoops, sorry. Trying to get my brain to work again. Brain fart, I love them. No. Okay. Sorry, it's getting to 7 minutes. I'm like, need to finish up this video so it's not so long. Shit. Gleevec. Okay, then from Gleevec, my doctor, that's when I moved to Moffitt. My Moffitt doctor had me put on vinblastine and methotrexate. I was on that for, let's see, the original treatment plan was 26 weeks of 26 weekly treatments, and then 26 more treatments of doing it every other week. I made it to week 8 or 9 before they canceled it due to what was it? First they were canceling it because I was having severe neuropathy in my hands and feet. And then it was because of what was it called? Excuse me. Vinblastine went on national shortage, and so they changed me to Doxil, which is a form of doxorubicin. It's supposed to be a little bit nicer than plain doxorubicin. It's pretty damn evil stuff. It's red and looks like Kool-Aid. It's nicknamed the Red Devil, and with good reason it's called that. It sucks. I did 3 cycles of that, 3 months, or 324. It was every 28 days. I did it every 28 days. The first cycle, within the first week, I ended up with pneumonia. Then week 2 through 3, the middle 2 weeks, I had severe mucositis. That's where you have sores on your tongue, under your tongue, your cheeks, your lips. It's crazy. So my doctor prescribed magic mouthwash, which absolutely did nothing. It just numbed my mouth. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. I mean, it was miserably horrible. So I eventually went to an urgent care clinic here because I couldn't get my doctor or his nurse, really, who's a mental midget, I swear. I couldn't get her to understand what I needed, which was a topical oral, steroid cream, which they do have. It's called triamcinolone dental paste. It's 0.1% triamcinolone in a dental paste. And what it does is you apply it you take a little teeny thing, you apply it, you press it, you hold it to the area where you need it, and you tap, and you just tap it on the area. It's like tap 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 tap, and it then between the saliva and everything in your mouth creates a barrier which protects your sore in your mouth from whatever's going on in your mouth. Then there's also a product by Colgate called Orabase, which they discontinued, but is still available in markets in various places. I was fortunate enough to have found, I think, 5 packages of it in our area. We, in essence, went to all the pharmacies and pretty much snagged it all, just in case. So I did that. That fixed the, what's it called? The mucositis fairly easily. Between the two of those things, I managed to get my mouth completely fixed before I was supposed to start round 2. Now, I don't know if this is a good or bad thing because, my doctor didn't really get to see what my mouth looked like, so he couldn't judge it. I didn't get pictures of it because who wants to? You can't really document that kind of stuff. Anyway, so round 2. Oh my god. That started hand-foot syndrome. Hand-foot syndrome is the worst side effect. I mean, it beats puking, losing your hair, anything. It beats it. Hands down. Beats it. I'm gonna see if I have my phone. Let's see. Oh my god. I just got bombed in a text. It's from Angie. Hi. I'm vlogging like I promised. Ha ha ha. Okay, so the picture. Let's see. I'm trying to find a picture. Okay. That's what my foot looked like. Nice and red. Very, very red. And swollen. And painful. Let's see. Trying to find where it shows how. Okay, this is what my feet look like together. And notice the swelling of my legs. I mean, dear God. Horrible. Let's see. No. Sorry, I'm trying to find pictures. Cute picture of me, Hello Kitty balloon, just chilling out. That's when my SO was pushing me around Moffat, making me feel better, because it really sucked. Let's see, no. I have lots of pictures of stupid crap. Gosh darn it. Okay, anyway, so you get the idea of hand-foot syndrome. So what ended up happening is my hands and my feet turned bright red, were swollen. My hands, I couldn't bend them. Eventually I had to I used pretty much every remedy known to God, or the internet, I should say. I used bag balm, I used Eucerin, I used amlactin, I used emu oil, I used castor oil, I used shea butter, I used aloe, like the normal preparation over the counter, which burned like a mofo because it has alcohol in it, which led my brilliant significant other, Abe, to create an emulsification of aloe juice. He'd put it in the refrigerator so it'd be really, really cold, and then when I needed some, he'd mix it up with some xanthan gum so that it would have like a gel consistency. Pour it into a container that was like big enough for my hand, and I'd splat it into the container and feel instant relief, which is awesome. So, hand-foot syndrome. Oh, damn. So anyway, so I did that. I did that for 3 cycles. The side effects were just too horrific. Part of that problem was due to the fact that my oncologist didn't follow protocol with giving the medication, but that's neither here nor there. It doesn't really matter. It's already overdone. But so I switched to a new oncologist. I met with her on Thursday. Amazing doctor, very straightforward, totally in the realm of appreciation of realizing that it's a big picture, to look at the big picture, and gets that I'm very, very ill, but also is pushing me to try and find things to make me get out and do things that make me happy, because she doesn't want me just to be blah and not have happiness in my life. So I guess she kind of got the feeling that I really like kids, and she's like, is there a children's hospital near where you live? Unfortunately, there's not, because she's like, it would be good for you to volunteer and just, be with other people. And I said that, it's ironic you said that, because my dad used to volunteer at the preschool that was linked to my high school, because it was a preschool through 12th grade private school. It's no longer in existence, but whatever. But he used to go and read to the kids, which the kids are now, 20-something, and they all remember my dad, and they, all remember me, because I taught them how to swim and stuff. So, it's kind of interesting how life works. And so, I told her, I said, that's exactly, I plan on finding things that make me happy. Whether it's volunteering once a day, once a week, at the Humane Society or something. I have to find something to make me happy, or to make my life feel like it's worthwhile, because otherwise I get really caught up in all this negative energy and negative just space, because lately it's just been so depressing, just the fact that I've been so sick and haven't felt well and don't get out much, and it's just there's days where I just feel like maybe I lose focus of my purpose in life, and it's sad. I fully admit that it's sad to get that depressed where you start to lose hope, and I always preach about having faith and not faith but hope and whatnot, but there's days where I don't have that. And I think that makes me a bigger person, that I can admit that I am not perfect. Far from perfect. Oh my God, I'm far from perfect. But I think I'm going to cut this short, because I think I'm going into the realm of rambling and feeling kind of brain dead, as it were. Not like brain dead, but just I'm really tired. I ended up in the hospital the other day, and my blood counts are really bad. My white count's really low, which makes no sense, because I'm not currently in any treatment. So my counts are low. My bilirubin, or one of those. It's a. What is it? Shit. Pardon my language. It's proteins it's liver proteins, and they're low, which means they're causing my body to retain fluid and do all kinds of crazy things. So I've been feeling really, really just because of that, and having having my white count be very, very low, and having my red count be super low, plus my hemoglobin's low and everything, so that gives me no energy on top of no energy, which equals really, really bad. But, you know, I try to do little things like coloring. Let's see, what have I been working on? I've been working on this one project for weeks. Could you not? Weeks! Oh! Ta-da! Isn't it pretty? Hey, you can't see the glitter. There's glitter in here. Glittery. Anyway, okay, I'll stop rambling and post this. Sorry for another long-ass video. Maybe I will not post this and do another one.